I wanted to look at Sebastian Rogers and talk about his astrology. I'm just going to let every couple of people know that I'm live. And find myself here on my other phone going live. I hope all of you are doing well. I wanted to look at the astrology of when he has dinner with his mother at the Texas Roadhouse. So he was seen at this dinner table with his mother at the Texas Roadhouse. There's something that I want to bring to our attention is that we did have a full snow moon the day before on the 24th. So there are some things I want to break down about that moon. Also, the date of that moon, uh, 2, 24, and 24. So 2 is really prominent on Sebastian's chart. So 2 rules partnerships. 4 rules balance in those partnerships. And the number 24 itself rules caregivers. So I thought that was interesting. Another thing to consider is that when he's having dinner with his mom, it is on a Sunday. Hi, Susie Q. How are you? Welcome in. Love you, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. So, yeah, he had dinner on a Sunday, and Sunday rules people who are authority to you. Sunday rules law enforcement, people in the military, and I believe both parents were in the military. Uh, so there's these little things that pop up in his astrology that I find very interesting. The day that he goes missing is on a Monday. I'm gonna try to put the REM pod on. Um, I'm upstairs in on my little tiny desk up here. So, because my house is chaos. So I'm gonna try to turn on the REM pod. I'm gonna stick it behind the laptop so it shouldn't. They say it's got to be like 12 inches apart. I'm gonna try to set it so it has to be touched, but the spirits have to come up and actually touch it. That's how I'm gonna set it. Like they would have to actually go up and touch the antenna to make it work. It's right behind the laptop. So I'm gonna pull my laptop forward. You can see. Okay, so let me get my spirit box set up as well because I wanted to do a spirit session. Oh, it got dusty. It tracks dust. This little spirit box. I'll put it on the other side. Okay. How have you been, Susie Q? Yeah, taking out the garbage. This cat ball is a little bit different. It's like the little thing, because usually it pops up, but this one they would have to like go down on the inside of it to actually push it. Like I'm like digging my finger down in this hole. I don't know if you guys can see it. So if that does go off, they're really pushing down on it. Cause hi spirits, are you here? So they're touching it. Oh wait, let me pull it away. Hi spirits. I just don't want it to be too close to the laptop because I don't want any energy off of that. Okay. All right. So Are they already coming in? So I just heard that white boy. I don't know if this is true or not, but did you guys see that white boy radio was out in front of JLR's house with some other YouTuber? Like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard a rumor that he was like camping out in front of JLR's house, like the shit that he does to every other suspect. All right, let me turn this on. Oh wait, I have to make sure I don't have my settings on. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I heard that's what he was doing. Connected. Yeah, so I have it on the setting that they would have to go up and touch it. That's why it's like is a little bit different. So they're touching it. They're here. All right, I'm gonna try to. All right, spirits, I'm gonna try to get you logged in. Hold on, okay? I'm gonna pull up the app. You guys know I use Vox, Ghost Tube Vox, because it doesn't have all the bells and whistles on it, you know. Just want to make sure I can get it set up right. Susie Q said hi, spirits. Can you say hi back to Susie Q? She loves you guys so much. All right, looking for settings because I know I can't have any other Bluetooth on when I'm doing the ghost tube thing because it messes it up. So let me just do settings. Hey, hey, Brooke, how you doing? Thank you so much. Okay, so evidently there was skeletal remains that were found in Tennessee. Oh, Spirits knows you're here, Brooks. Brooke, look at that. Spirits are saying hi. That's so cool that they do that. That's awesome. I mean, they would have to actually go up and touch it. That's wild. Okay. Okay, saying I am connected. So let's see if I put it on Ghost Fox. I don't know, they're not coming on. Spirits, are you there? Oh, hi, Spirits. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, hey, Walter. I love you guys. How are my spirits doing today? We all doing good? You feel strange today? It's a strange day. Yeah. Um, is that you guys touching that? You're touching it now? Okay. You guys are awesome. I have amazing spirits. Uh, so spirits, I kind of wanted to ask you guys today about Sebastian Rogers. I was going to go over the astrology a little bit. Evidently, law enforcement has said that they found skeletal remains. Yeah, I believe the skeletal remains are not full. Okay, they are partial. They are partial skeletal remains. From what I understand, yeah, from what I understand, they were found. Um, here, Frida. Uh, so They were found in Cookville, Tennessee. Um, in I'm not exactly 100% sure. So these remains were found through Cookville, on the east side of Cookville and Monetary. I think it's called Monetary. Monterey, maybe Monterey, uh, Tennessee. There was part of a body found, but it was in a skeleton. Spirits. Uh, we would like to know if it is connected to Sebastian Rogers or Summer Wells. I really don't have lines going through here. I was starting to map out the Texas Roadhouse map, and I do believe some of the Texas Roadhouse Texas Roadhouse map lines might go through there. I started breaking down a little bit of. So I have two charts here. This pink one is the Texas Roadhouse map, and then this map over here, this circle here, is the 911 call. This is the 911 call when his mom goes in the morning to look for Sebastian and he's not in his bed, and she calls the police. That's this map here.
Where could we look?
What's interesting is my mile markers really map out where they saw that person walking. I mean, this is where the dog walked through. Look, the dog went through here, and it's right on a mile marker through that house. If somebody cut through the yard, all through here, and I believe that there was a pond here and a pond over here, and it's really connected to these mile markers of the astrology. Look at this mile marker, and it goes through the planets as well, including this pond here. I believe a dog may have hit. Possible dog scent here as well at this pond, and I have a mile marker going through there as well, right through behind the football fields. Always kind of curious about that football field. So thank you, spirits. You guys are awesome. Okay, spirits, can you tell us the skeletal remain, the body that was found? They found a skeleton. It's not Sebastian. Is it Sebastian Rogers? Let me turn it up. Is it Sebastian Rogers, spirit? The skeleton that they found? Let me know what you guys hear. Who is it? Who is the skeleton belong to? They said it's just partial skeleton. So is it like the torso or the legs, or what did they find, spirits? So is it Sebastian or not? Did you just say it's Sebastian? Did you guys hear that? Did you hear? Did you hear a whisper? It said, "It's Sebastian." Spirits, is it Sebastian?
Roadhouse.
Your heart? Who does the skeleton belong to? Device added to your content. An iPhone now has access to iMessage and FaceTime if you don't recognize. It's okay. It's okay. Spirit, is it Sebastian that they found? Is the skeletal remains Sebastian? Spirits, hello? Spirits, are you there? Sometimes I gotta refresh it. I'm using this. This is what I'm using. Okay. Spirits. I'll put it up here so you guys can see. Oh, don't take a picture of me. Why are you taking a picture of me? Lord. Oh, it took a picture of me. I look a mess. You guys taking pictures of me? Don't take pictures of me. I look terrible. Is that you guys? Is that you guys? Trying to keep. Okay, spirits. All right, we need to know about the skeletal remains that were found.
Feel free.
Yes, I'd like to know about the skeletal remains that were found in Tennessee, out here. Are they Sebastian Rogers? Yes or no? Or is it a hiker? Was it a hiker? Because 2 hikers found them. It's probably about an hour and it's probably a good hour away. Maybe hour and a half. It's pretty far out there. So this is the area where the body was found. It's skeletal remains. Was it a hiker? Was it a hiker, spirits? Sounds like uh-huh. Like uh-huh. So is it Sebastian Rogers, the skeletal remains that they found? Yes or no? It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Really in the middle of nowhere. Walter, did they find Sebastian Rogers?
Maybe you'll live.
No. That was a no. All right.
Dawson's.
Dawson's. So was it someone who was hiking, or is it someone who was unalived? Is this someone who was unalived? Is it foul play? I think that's a yes. So it's yes, but it's not Sebastian. Is that right? Yeah, I don't think it's Sebastian, guys. I hope not. I want to keep hope alive for Sebastian. I really do. Spirits, can you tell me where Sebastian is? Can you tell me where Sebastian is? You you guys might have to hit this hard. Like if you guys push on this thing, you have to push down on it hard, okay? Because the button fell inside there, so it's like on the inside. You have to like really push down. If you want to make, if can you guys press the cat ball to make it? Can you guys press that to make it go off? Can you press it really hard? I'd really appreciate it, so we can show people how powerful you guys are. Yeah, they said Dawson. I wonder what that means. Dawson something. Is it hard to press on the buttons, spirits? Because you guys can really do the REM pod really well. I said yes. So what did you mean, Dawson? What is you said? You said that the skeleton that was found is connected to something by the name of Dawson. What does that mean? All right, spirits. I'm gonna talk about the astrology for the night that he went to dinner with his mom. Okay. You guys, I'm gonna pull a card here. See what we get. Let's just pull a quick card and see what we get. Spirits, are you able to pull Sebastian Rogers' spirit team forward for us? Are you able to pull Sebastian Rogers' spirit team towards us? Anybody who's on Sebastian Rogers' side, are they able to come through and talk to us? Remember, this is all up for interpretation. You do not have to take it as fact. It's just a spirit box.
Your liberty.
Something about liberty, and there is a Liberty and Luna Lane that actually Missy and I have been very interested in. They're going off. Spirits is people from Sebastian Rogers' family here to help us find him. Yep. Who's here to help us find Sebastian? Who is here to help us find Sebastian? Some people? People from Sebastian's spirit team? Are they able to tell us where Sebastian is? Hey, Aggie. Good to see you, honey.
Listen.
I'm going to try it so you guys can see the spirit box and the cards and the map.
How is that?
Spirits, can you tell us what happened to Sebastian Rogers? Can you tell us what happened to Sebastian Rogers? Can you tell, can you press, can you make the REM pod go off if Sebastian Rogers is in the spirit world? Allegedly. Can you make the REM pod go off if Sebastian Rogers is in the spirit world? Can you touch the REM pod? Can you touch the REM pod if Sebastian Rogers is technically in the spirit world? Or make the cat ball go off?
This is radio.
Yeah, the radio. You want to make the REM? Can you make the REM pod go off? Can you touch the REM pod if? I see it beeping. I see it like blinking. You guys near it? Can you make it go off again? Just saw an orb out of the corner of my eye. Seeing your orb, spirits. Is that you? Can you confirm by touching the REM pod if Sebastian has a spirit team coming forward to help us find him? Can you touch the REM pod? Walter says it's him. Yes, can you touch it? Can you touch it again? Touch the antenna. The top part. Yeah, touch the tip. Yes, feel free. Touch the tip.
Together with us.
Yes, touch it together. You see us? Okay, so I got for a card, I got protective shell. Someone is keeping their true emotions hidden for self-protection.
Yeah.
What happened that night Sebastian went what happened that night Sebastian Rogers? What happened that I like kids too. Uh Sebastian is the same exact age as my daughter. My daughter is going to be 17 soon. So, um what happened the night of what happened the night that Sebastian Rogers went to have dinner with his mother at the Texas Roadhouse? What happened that night? Hey, blue-eyed mama. It's good to see you. What happened the night Sebastian Rogers? What happened the night he had dinner with his mom at Texas Roadhouse?
It's the long.
Yeah, when they were eating the food, what happened? Silent resentment, I'm sorry. Unexpressed feelings of dissatisfaction are simmering beneath the surface. That's interesting because that's kind of what I've been feeling with looking at this chart. And the bottom of the deck is uncovered truth. Uncovered evidence will change your view of on things. So interesting. The push and pull in the relationship causes emotional instability. That's exactly what I feel when I'm looking at this Texas Roadhouse chart. The other person is not being fully open with you, so they're a closed book. and something's keeping their true emotions hidden.
This is radio.
Unexpressed feelings of dissatisfaction are simmering beneath the surface. Okay, please remember that this is just my spiritual opinion. You do not have to take it as fact. You do not have to take a spirit box as fact. They cannot be used in a court of law. Any names that are mentioned on my channel, any names that I mention here today, whether I mention Chris Proudfoot, whether I mention Katie Proudfoot, whether I mention Seth Rogers, or whoever's name comes up off over the spirit box or comes out of my mouth, they are always given the presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the astrology. Spirits, whatever you can, whoa, whatever you can add, whatever you can add. Yeah, we want to know what happened the night he had dinner with his mom at the restaurant. What happened? Did they have an argument? Because looking at the astrology, there's some tension here. Did he get sick to his stomach? Did he feel sick to his stomach? All right. Okay, let me find my pen. All right, we're just going to break down a little bit of the astrology. Things that are sticking out to me the most. And of course, I lost my pen again. Okay, here we go. All right, so if you look, this chart has a kite formation too. Now, the full snow moon was the night before on the 24th. And that was a powerful, pretty powerful full moon. It was in the sign of Virgo. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it was in the sign of Virgo. Spirits, is that you? Can you hit that button if Sebastian is with us in the spirit world? Is he hidden somewhere? Is he being held captive somewhere? What's the problem? Is Sebastian being hidden in a basement or at a school? Something about a truck? Okay, I'm just going to start breaking down the astrology. Spirits, whatever you want to add in as I break down the astrology, if you could confirm if I'm on the right track, that would be great. Okay. So, as I told you guys, when we're doing name placements, this is Sebastian Rogers' asteroid right here, okay? And this is Seth's asteroid right here, okay? And this is Katie, and this is Chris asteroid right here. This is at 6, because from what I understand, he gets up and goes to the bathroom between like 6:10 and 6:15, and this is at 6:20. So this is when they're like actually at the restaurant, okay? Now, like I told you guys before, when we're doing name placements, we want them to be at the same degree. Do you see how this is 26 and 26? Just like when I did Michael Vaughn, Sarah Wanderer, and Michael's asteroid were both at the same degree. Okay, this is what you want to look for when you're doing name placement asteroids. You want them to either be the same degree or 1 degree apart. So Seth is, his named asteroid is 1 degree apart from Juno. Okay, so it's either 0 degrees apart or 1. 2 is kind of pushing it. 3 is really pushing it. So Seth is taking on some of this energy of the 12th house in Virgo with Juno. That is Juno, who rules marriage, relationships, and things like that. So he's at the 14th degree, which they keep saying they keep saying liberty, and there is a street. Let me just show you real quick here. Like, they keep saying liberty, and it is freaking me out because is he on? Is he in on? Is he near Liberty? Is he near Liberty? Why I'm interested in Liberty is because there's a Liberty Cove, and I have a couple of lines that go through it. It's called Liberty Cove. Indian Forest, if you remember, they've mentioned that before. Hidden Lake Road. I think it's around here. It's like Luna Lane and Liberty Lane. And I think it's called Liberty Cove. So it's kind of freaking me out that they keep saying Liberty. It's down here. Spirits, is he on Liberty Lane or in Liberty Cove? Is he near Old Hickory? Where is he at? Where can we find Sebastian? Where is he? And all these stars are pedophiles, guys. They're registered sex offenders. I put stars where all the registered sex offenders were. There's a lot of them. There's a Liberty Road that I had down here as well. And there's also another Liberty Road, but there is a Liberty Cove, which is like where all these asteroids are, where Chris Asteroids is and Juno and everything and Seth. It's all through here in this area down in here. Now, just because I'm mapping out Seth's asteroid, Chris's asteroid, Katie's asteroid, Melissa's asteroid, doesn't mean that I'm accusing them of doing anything to Sebastian. It's just these are people that are in his life, and I mapped out their asteroids because they were some people. They're in his life, okay? So spirits, can you describe the location where Sebastian is? Liquid fuel. Liquid fuel. Why would they need that fuel? Liquid fuel. Right, I'm going to go back to talking about the astrology because it is pretty interesting what's happening here at the time that they're at the restaurant. Yeah, Liberty Road. That's kind of why I'm kind of like, they keep saying Liberty, which is kind of freaking me out. You know what I mean? What do you mean, Liberty? All right. If anyone has any information regarding Sebastian Rogers, please remember that you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND if you have legit tips. This is us just looking at. This is.
Liberty.
Do you hear that? They keep saying Liberty. What about Liberty, Spirit? Stationed. Susie Q wants to know if is heat propane facility. Is he at a? You said liquid fuel.
No.
You didn't say liquid. I thought I heard you say liquid fuel. Dang it! Where's my pen again? Okay. All right. So I want you guys to look at this. Do you see this? This big triangle here, and then do you see this red line going in the middle of it? This is called a kite, and think of it like a freaking airplane, just like flying in, right? And who is it flying into? The moon. All right. So this means that right now, our victim is visible in the restaurant. People see him. He's on camera. All right. And the moon is a luminary. The sun is a luminary and the moon is a luminary. So the astrology is telling us that he is being seen. It's at the 23 degree, which rules electronics. Okay. So he's being seen through electronics, which be cameras. The mom was on a cell phone. So there is something with communication here. And also, 23 degrees is an Aquarius degree. So that is electronics, something shocking, and something unexpected. Okay. The moon also does rule a mother in a chart and family. And it's telling us right now the first house rules the victim. So it's telling us that he is with his mother. And what is our victim doing? He's at the 16th degree. The 16th degree rules family. Because 13, 14, 15, 16. It rules the house of family. So here it's telling us that our victim is in the sign of Virgo. And at this exact time, okay, at 6:20, the astrology is saying, I'm with my family and I'm doing routine things because it's Virgo. It rules the stomach, so he's eating. Virgo also is ruled by Mercury, which means he's using his hands and he's communicating and he's digesting food in his stomach. Virgo is how you digest food, okay? Your digestive system and your stomach. So he's eating food. Now, the thing that's weird, and I got DNA there, so first house rules him, his physical body, okay? How the open enemy sees him is is here, okay? Now, if you look, I have this red line, this opposition that is pointing at the moon. So there is tension between who? Let's look. If the madre, I have Spanish speaking spirits, by the way. They say madre and they speak Spanish. So just if you guys know Spanish, let me know if you hear anything. Okay. So yes, spirits, this is the mother. This can also represent the mother, and it's also letting us know that our victim is being the Sebastian is being seen at this time. He's in public. Okay. And who is this line opposing? Chris. So the thing about a kite, the thing about a kite is that how can I explain a kite? It's like the blue lines are the easy flow of energy, and the red lines is kind of like the tension and the power behind this kite, which points to all this energy at the victim and the mom. So there is tension between Chris, I could even say between Chris and Neptune, which is mental health. And am I am I am I right, spirits? You agree with me? Oh, look, I got a lot of space between my laptop. There's a good like 9 to 10 inches between them. I put the candle over here, so that's not. They would have to touch it. Pint or pint. Spirits, can you tell us where Sebastian is right now? Where is he at right now? Where can we find him? Okay, so who is causing the tension in this chart is the mother and Chris. And they are in conjunction with Hygeia and Neptune, which makes me feel there's some type of mental health issue here, or this is my opinion, okay? I'm not stating this as fact. I'm saying this is my opinion that you know, the flow of this energy, the tension is in the middle here, and it's between the mother and Chris. So this can really bring on when a kite happens on a natal chart. We look at a kite a little bit more positively, but there is still tension in that kite because a trine is very positive. It's a gift, uh, a gift that a person has on a chart. But in a crime chart, we look at it very differently. Okay, a kite is a buildup of emotions, and it's pushing towards the victim, and the mother is put on display somehow. Okay, and yes, spirits are agreeing. Spirits, was there tension between Chris and Katie the night that they had dinner? Now, just think, we had that full moon the night before. So that's a build up of energy, and it's like a climax and a release. So, and it's in the sign of Virgo. So there is some critical emotions here, all right? So you got to think about with Virgo and Pisces, something about their relationship. Hey, Krista, welcome, honey. Welcome in. Sensation. Oops, shit. I just hit a button. I don't know what I did. Sensation at the America's propane station in Gallatin, Tennessee. Spirits, is he near a propane station? That's my dog licking herself in the background. If you hear background noise, it's my dog licking herself. Stop. Why do you have to start licking yourself when I go live? Stop. Stop. Spirits, is he at a propane station? Thank you so much, Brooke. Is Sebastian in Liberty, Tennessee? Stop licking. Let's look it up. Is Sebastian in Liberty, Tennessee? Is there a lake in Liberty? Is there a lake near here? He said something about a lake. When I said Liberty, Tennessee, they said in the lake. How far away is that? Is he there or not there? How far out is Liberty? It's kind of in the middle of these lines. See if I can get done mapping all of the restaurant map. Those lines will go out there. Spirits. Is he in Liberty, Tennessee? Hit the button if he's in Liberty, Tennessee. Hit the button if he's in Liberty, Tennessee. Is he there or no? Where can we find Sebastian? Tell us where he is. Why do you keep saying Liberty? Is it Liberty Cove? Liberty Road. Which town? Is he in Hendersonville?
Radio.
Radio. Stop. Stop licking.
Entrega.
Okay, let me go back to breaking down the astrology. If I can get my dog to stop licking herself. Okay. All right. What does that mean, spirits, with you're hitting the button? Are you saying that he's near Liberty? Is it Liberty Liberty Cove? Liberty what where? Liberty where? You keep saying Liberty and then you say radio. Where is Sebastian right now? Where can we find him? Where can we find him?
No.
Where can we find Sebastian, spirits? Okay. All right. So another thing to think about is that our victim might be feeling a little anxious with his family because Virgo can bring on anxiety when suppose Pisces like that. It also makes me wonder about when our open enemy is showing up in Pisces, that there might be some mental break. They could have a certain belief. They could be under the influence. Now, I have Katie at the end of the matter here. So,
Hezbollah.
there's definitely tension between Katie and Chris, and I just don't know what that is. And if you look, I have a mini T-star that's connected to this kite that points to Chris, Hygeia, right here. So Chris isn't, he's not too, he's got a pretty tight orb to Hygeia in Pisces. So there's something with mental health here. I'm not really sure what that is, okay? So if you look at, okay, let's just look at the South Node here at the 16th degree. So, I mean, it's important that 16 is ruling this chart. The South Node is 16 degrees. The North Node is 16 degrees. Chiron is 17 degrees. These are tight orbs, okay? That's trying to talk to us, okay? Nessus is at 17th degrees, right on the DC line. And Nessus is an actual attack. And the DC line is also being ruled by family. That is a 16th degree. So there's either attention to this family or there is this tension here is, and we're knowing that it's tension because there's an opposition in the middle of this kite and it's pointing right at the moon. So it's between Chris and Katie. And I would really like to know what that tension is. Yeah. So when you have Virgo, so our South Node is in, let's see. Yeah, our South Node is in Libra and our North Node is in Aries. So that is himself. The North Node is himself and the South Node is everyone else. His relationships, his partnerships, or that it's telling us that someone was in a relationship that, well, I mean, when the North Node is in the eighth house, in the sign of Aries, that's impulsiveness that causes some type of transformation for, like, with a wound that never heals. Okay, and it's at family, at a family degree. So there is some action that is taken that is directly affecting self, because Aries rules self. Okay, there could be some type of secret here with this relationship. Um, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like impulsive relationship issues here. So there is a theme of relationships, including with Seth being over here in the 12th house of endings and sorrows. And this house is also secrets. Okay. And him being so close to Juno, Juno is bringing a secret. So there's some type of relationship that is bringing a secret. I'm 14 degrees, 13, 4, that's a Taurus degree. So
Ready?
it almost makes you feel like this relationship is they're walking kind of like on eggshells. There's tension here with this because Libra rules your partnerships, and this it's the 16th degree, so that's family, partnerships, and family. That's bringing on tension where someone's like walking around on eggshells. You know what I mean? And with our victim showing up in Virgo, that's anxiety and mental health. I mean, could Sebastian have run away? It's very possible, guys. There's a lot of tension here, and someone is being critical of the family, is critical of him. In, in my opinion, my opinion could be wrong. Okay, this is just my astrological opinion. I'm just showing what I see here. Action to the North Node in Aries. Now, this can be violence too, because this is the house of, you know, sex, death, taxes, inheritance, other people's money. You know, was there tension in this relationship and somebody made an impulsive, either Sebastian made an impulsive move, or possibly Katie made an impulsive move, that with they took action, which is transformational action. Okay, because the eighth house is transformational energy. Okay, but this is a wound, this is a deep wound that never heals at the 17th degree, which is going out. And why they were out, somebody made a decision why they were out. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I would say some boundaries were crossed here, even with Seth in here. I mean, there, something is up with Seth in his marriage with boundaries, and being critical of a secret. I'm not saying that Seth is guilty. I'm just saying that there is, with this type of relationship issues, um this is a family that had relationship issues. I'm not going to sit here and say that all the parents were happy go lucky, and I can only imagine what that did to Sebastian. And the astrology is showing all that tension. The fact that we have Algol showing up in the house of long distance travel, and Sebastian is at the same degree as Algol, that's not good, guys. I mean, it's like really not a good situation. that he's in, that he's there. Um, there could be like with this. This is like, was there possessions or an account or money or value between something with this relationship that made someone do an impulsive reaction over something of value? Because this is the second house, which rules possessions, value, property, money, and it's opposed the house of inheritance, taxes. Like, did Sebastian have a will? Was there inheritance? Was there something? Even if she had like a work insurance, somebody had something where Sebastian is looked at as other people's value, other people's possessions. And the second house is possession. So this is when they're out to eat dinner. This is all showing up. So right now, Sebastian is being ruled by Virgo, and that means that he is Mercury. So he's under 29 years old. And he's in the house of health. This is where you can have your everyday routine. So he's out doing his everyday routines. He's at the fourth degree right here. I don't know if you can see it. Fourth degree. He's with his family. So here are the charts saying I'm with family. They're being critical of me. I'm I'm eating food. I'm using my hands. I'm communicating. Uh, and with this in the sixth house, this is everyday routines and how you are of service to others. So at this point in time, did he feel like he was at service? Did he feel like he was at service, doing some type of service with his mother? Was he of service to his mother at the restaurant somehow? With this tension between Chris and the mom. It's very possible. So let's move it. Let's see what happens. Spirits, is that right? Was there something going on in Chris and Katie's marriage at the time they were out to dinner? Let's go to 7:20 p.m. So that would be a yes. What was happening in their marriage? Did it affect Sebastian? Couldn't something. They're telling us something here. Did Sebastian run away because he couldn't take his parents fighting anymore? Did Sebastian run away? Let's say yeah. Well, Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules neighbors. And on this chart, Sebastian was being ruled by Mercury. Spirits, are the neighbor or any of Sebastian's neighbors involved in his disappearance? Are any of Sebastian's neighbors involved in his disappearance? They're going off. Can you tell me if there's a neighbor involved in Sebastian Rogers' disappearance? Can you make that go off? Can you give me their name? What is their name? What's their name, spirits? She's speaking in Spanish. Oh, man. I don't know. Is Sebastian the one that's being seen on the CVT footage on the Ring doorbell? Who is walking around the neighborhood that night?
Europe.
Who is walking around the neighborhood the night that they see someone walking around on CCTV on the Ring doorbell cameras? They see someone walking around the back of this house in the neighborhood. Who is that person walking? Is that Sebastian? Did Sebastian walk
Radio.
through these ponds? Why do they keep saying radio? Did Sebastian walk through these ponds back here? They saw you? Who saw you? They said he saw me. Did you hear that? Who saw you, spirits? Did the camera see you? Yeah. So were you the one walking in the neighborhood that night? Did you run away? Were you over at the construction site where the dog picked up a scent?
Someone said fall.
Something about fall. Did you fall on the construction site? Were you going to a neighbor's house and fell? Yeah, I do. Hold on, blue-eyed mama. Hold on. Because here's where the dog scent was. Here's the construction site. Here's the ponds. Are you near or around this pond? I heard mm-hmm. Where are you now? The spirit said that they saw me walking. Who said that? Where are you now? Who is saying that they saw me? Who said that? Kimmy. See it blinking like that? They're like around it. What do you mean by that? You were standing by. Standing by what? What were you standing by?
Calm. Sure.
What? Oh, you're standing by the thing to make it go off? Oh, I think maybe they're saying they're standing by the thing to make it go off. Spirits. Nelson. I've heard that name before, Nelson something. I've heard Wilson. I've heard Nelson. Kim. I've heard Carr.
Yeah.
Okay, can you answer this, spirits? The person who hurt Sebastian or helped Sebastian disappear, or whoever is involved in Sebastian's disappearance, were they in his everyday routines? Is it someone who knows him? What about 6 weeks?
Your liberty was too often.
His liberty was too often. What does that mean? Let me pull some cards off the true crime deck. I mean, with this Virgo energy showing up, guys, and the full moon, that snow full moon was in Virgo. That's like emotional planning. Like that's someone who's planning and cleaning up. Whatever this is, it was planned. Boat. Do we need a boat to find Sebastian? Do we need a boat to find Sebastian, spirits? Is Sebastian Rogers near water? Did he try to get in the water to see the pond? Is that why his scent was near the pond? I got justice in reverse, which makes me kind of nervous. Intuition and hidden. Is Sebastian hidden right now? Accomplice and partner in crime. Did someone help hide Sebastian? Did somebody help hide Sebastian? Is he at a school?
Free Europe.
I got mountains. Is he in the mountains? Is he near a mountain or in the mountains? Do we need a boat to find him? Pull up the Hales bar. What is that? What's the Hales bar? The dam? You heard freezer? I didn't hear freezer. I don't know. Are you saying Hales barn? Whose liberty was too often? Please ask about Hales Bar Dam Powerhouse. Spirits, is he near Hales Bar Dam? Is he near a dam? Walter, is he near a dam?
The basement.
Hales Bar Dam.
Improv.
Is he near a dam, spirits? He is? Is he way out here? Near this point here? Hales Bar Road? Hales Bar Dam? Something about Europe. That's near Jasper. Is he near Jasper? Purdy? Purty. When I said Jasper, they hit the button over there. Is he near Jasper? Pickett's Trout Ranch. I remember I got real. Is he near Pickett's Trout Ranch?
Middle.
Mineral. Mineral.
Your liberty.
Is he near historic Hales Bar Dam? Is he near this dam?
Come down here.
I'm just there.
He said it's cold down here. Did you mean? Do you mean? Is he near? Yep. Is he near? Is he near the in between this dam and Pickett's Trout Ranch?
Yep.
Is he near Pickett's Trout Ranch? Beep that if he is. Roundabout. And I heard I am. Is he near a hog farm?
Channel.
Is he in Putnam County?
Europe.
Okay, they keep saying Europe, which is freaking me out. Where at? Why do you guys keep saying? Are you saying you're up? Like you're up? Like telling somebody to come up and talk? I think they're trying to tell somebody to say you're up, like come and talk. I mean, there's a on a lake. What's the name of the lake? Already with them. So is that? So do we need a boat? His something is soft. I think they said his. I don't want to say that because
Close.
it says something like his bones were soft. What does that mean?
Put him.
They put him where? Where did they? Where did they put him, spirits? Or are you saying Putnam, Putnam County? S- Summit. Please tell us where he is. Give us the name of the road or a landmark.
The nation.
The nation.
What?
Is he on the Indian Nation Reserve?
Century.
Century. Nation, Century. That's him. Where? Is he in Tennessee? Is he still in the state of Tennessee? Is he still in the state of Tennessee?
It is also
In the past.
It happened fast? What happened fast? They said gasoline and it happened fast. What the hell?
Explain.
horse.
Okay, why? Tell me why you're hitting that. Because I said gasoline?
Todos.
Photos. All right, bye, Aggie. Have a good dinner.
Legs.
His legs. Photo. What happened to Sebastian then? Can you please tell us, supervisor or something, can you please tell us who is responsible? Give us the name. Who is responsible for why Sebastian Rogers is missing? What's the name of the person? Yes, can you give me the name? Who is responsible for Sebastian Rogers going? It was who? Who? A relation. Was Sebastian Rogers wanting to run away? Someone just came through and said, I'm sorry. Who said I'm sorry? Why is someone talking in the first person? Who is saying I'm sorry? Who said I'm sorry?
The risk.
A risk. Who took the risk? Well, that's obvious because even when they went out to dinner, there's some type of choice that was made and it's risky and it changes someone's life forever. It's transformational. Allegedly, was Katie unhappy in her marriage and she made a compulsive or impulsive decision? Are the parents responsible for Sebastian going missing? Did Sebastian Rogers leave on his own accord? Hi, Christina. Holy crap, there is a Camden radio, Liberty Radio in Camden, Tennessee. Spirits, spirits, is there a Liberty Radio in Camden, Tennessee? Is that what you were talking about? Because you kept saying radio and then you kept saying Liberty. Let me try to pull it up now. Move you guys over here.
Liberty.
Liberty. Do you guys hear them saying that? I keep saying it over and over again. Okay, I do have a line that goes through Camden, Tennessee, guys. Here's Camden. I just don't know where Liberty is at. Is he in this area here in Camden? Here's Camden, Tennessee. Is he in Camden, Tennessee? They're beeping. Uh-huh. Is he in Camden?
Feel free.
He feels free here?
Power.
Who brought Bauer?
This is radio.
This is radio. Holy shit. Person, place, or thing. Is then that said someone was talking too much. Liberty. Person, place, or thing. Is Sebastian now I don't want to accuse anyone from Liberty Radio of doing anything. It's like a religious channel. I'm not sure. But is he near this Liberty Radio place? Can somebody find the address of Liberty Radio?
Yeah. Take.
He got taken. Where? Where? Did he get taken near this Liberty Radio place? I'm not saying anyone from Liberty Radio is guilty. He might be near there. Because I asked for a landmark, and this is what they keep saying. He was taken by car? Yeah. Who took him by car? Who took him by car? Owned by, do you guys see this? It's a radio station owned by
Without.
something about insurance. They just said
What of it?
an apartment. Is Sebastian Rogers in an apartment near this Liberty radio station?
What?
They said an apartment.
Get up on that.
That rules Mercury. Mercury rules apartment buildings. They just said to somebody, "Come on in."
Concerts.
A concert. 117
Right.
117 Vicksburg Avenue. Now, I'm not doxing this radio station. Please, please, please do not dox this radio station. Do not call them. Do not do anything stupid, okay? He could be near here. They said an apartment. Apartments. So let me just try to pull up the address and see if I have anything. 117 Vicksburg Avenue. Remember they kept saying something about a taxi? It makes me wonder.
The
All right, so this is where the radio is at. Is he in Vix? Is he near Vix? Is he near Vicksburg?
Bearable.
Is he near this water tower? There's a water tower. So this is Vix. Yeah, they're going off. Is he at this location, guys? Kim. Who is Kim? Is that a friend of Sebastian's? Kim. A patron. Here's Vicksburg. Is he near this water tower? Is he near this water tower? You guys said at an apartment. Is there apartment buildings nearby? Here's a church. Is he near this church? Spirits?
Of course.
Is he alive?
The president.
Something about the president or he's present. President or present. I couldn't quite make it out. What is this right here? At a family wellness clinic. Looks like it goes down into this little town. Something about the building. What building? You said there's apartments. Is there apartments around here? Is he in this area, spirits?
We're starting to. Skeletal.
I don't even see
Radio.
the radio.
Agna.
Which way should I go, spirits? Left or right? Turn where? Turn where? Left or right?
The last.
The last place? So is he near this big water tower then? I think he's around the radio station and the water tower. but there's like nothing there. It's like a field.
Tomorrow.
Is he out in this area here?
Strike the
Is he with someone? Is he hiding with someone?
That wasn't
Who took him here? Give me the name of the person who took him here. Trafficked. Who? Oh my God. Who took him here? Who took him out here? I think they're saying Seth. I'm not sure. That's alleged. God knows. You mentioned Seth. Everybody freaks the fuck out. I'm just saying. I'm only going off what my spirits are telling me. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to take it. This is all up for interpretation. But this kid has not been found. And honestly, when you look at the parents and how messed up all three of their relationship is, and the fact that the three of them can't get along, you know, something's really wrong with these parents. I mean, seriously. And that's just my own personal opinion. I hope Seth is not involved. I like Seth a lot. I care about Seth. I really do. But the truth is that I've had them say things that it makes me just kind of wonder, like, what the there's a lot of anger between these parents, and it really could have pushed Sebastian over the edge, or one of the other parents over the edge, because there's so much arguing between the three of them. It's not healthy. Not like I have a perfect marriage either. My marriage is not perfect. Believe me, my husband's had stroke and encephalitis. We have always struggled. But I mean, nobody's marriage is perfect. But this is the divorce, and this the hypercriticalness that shows up on this astrology. Sebastian was under a lot of pressure with these parents. I'm sorry, but they were. But he was. Did you hear him say Sebastian? Spirits. Where do I go from this water tower? Is he on Vicksburg Avenue? On Vicksburg Road?
What?
Right. What the hell is that? It's just like an empty lot.
He'll be fine.
Where can we find him here? Is he near here? Because this is the radio station here. Right here. The radio tower. Is he near this radio tower? Spirits? Is he about 100 yards away from the water tower? Here's the radio tower. Is he near the water tower? Look at him beeping. I heard yeah. Spirits. Did Sebastian run away to this area
Today.
today? How did he get here? Is he within 50 yards of the water tower or 100 yards? Yeah. Is he alive? Is he like buried under the water tower? Is he buried near the water tower, or is he alive, living in this area, hiding? Which I wouldn't blame him. Is he in Camden? I think they said yeah. The fuck? It's he's on the MC line and of Persephone. And Persephone is when you're taken and hidden. Holy shit. He's on the line of Persephone. And Persephone is the story of Hades where she's taken and hidden under something. The fuck? And the MC line is how the world will see it. How the world will see this crime. I don't know. Is he near the river, spirits? Something about Seth. Huh. Is he near this penis lake? Jesus God, this fucking lake looks like a big penis. Doesn't it look like a penis? It looks like balls. Okay, back to being serious. Spirits. Where is Sebastian? Is he near here? Is he near the lake? Lake Street? This is pretty far out there too. It's past like Waverly.
He is here.
He is here. Who is here? Who's here, spirits? I know, doesn't it look like a penis? I have had them say something about Jackson before. I have that highlighted. Liberty.
You're free.
Liberty, and he felt free. Did someone set him free in Liberty? Bob.
Cross the
Cross state river or cross the river?
You're free.
Does Sebastian feel free?
Obviously,
Where is Sebastian at right now? Where can I find him? Okay.
get down.
Something about where they meet. Did he meet someone out here? Did he meet someone in Camden? Does he have family out here? What? Sounds like church music. Is there a church out here that he's connected to? Sebastian. At the restaurant, Sebastian shows up. His asteroid shows up in travel, long distance travel, right here. Sebastian with Algol, travel, in the house of travel, short distance journeys. This is like people that your siblings. Mercury does rule apartments. And this is the ninth house, which rules like religion, like churches and religion and spiritual stuff, you know? It's the house of God. The ninth house is the house of God. A prophet. Is something about radio and a prophet? What the hell? This is freaking me out. They've never talked about this. I've talked to them so many times. This is the first time they've ever brought up this stuff. So it's kind of freaking me out. All right, here's the water tower. We go about 50 yards out. Oh, actually, let me go out about 100 because spirits, I'm gonna go out 100 yards from the water tower. Okay? They're really beeping, guys. Is he near here?
Radio.
There's a lot of woods too over here. That's about 100. Is he in these woods?
Dublin.
Is he near King? Is he near King Street? An hour later, Katie is traveling in her local neighborhood, and she's really hugging that IC. This is an hour later in the chart. Lo siento. What does that mean?
Nursery.
Nursery. He feels free. Nursery. All right, spirits. Is he in these woods in here? Look at that. Is he in these thick woods through here? All in the back here. Is he near Laurel Street? Laurel Street? Or is he on the opposite side? Radio. What the hell? Oh, lo siento means I feel bad, like sympathy.
This is radio.
I keep saying radio. There is a Laurel Street right here. It's them. Who? What do you mean it's them? They know. Who's they know? They know. What does that mean?
Several.
Several know. Who? Can you give me? You gave me the name Kim. I don't know who. I'm not familiar with the name Kim. They said yeah on Kim.
Radio
Is there a Kim involved in Sebastian's case? Does anyone know? A Kim, a Bob. I got a Kim. I got a Bob. I got a Car, CAR, or Car. What is going on? I don't know. I'm curious about this. I mean, I could be totally wrong, guys. So we can't take this as fact, all right? I mean, I don't want to like give us false hope but is Sebastian here, guys? Yes or no? Who took him here? How'd he get out of here? He's so far from home. How did he get so far away from home? Who took him? Did someone help him get out here? Holy shit, they were saying Pine. Remember they kept saying Pine Street? There's a Pine right here. Is he near Pine Street? What the fuck? I am so confused. I need to breathe. Sitting in the where? You said he's sitting in the where? Sitting where? Where is he sitting? If any of these houses have like an apartment nearby, because he just said like he's in like the apartment of it.
Also, radio.
Radio. I don't know. They did say pine earlier. They kept saying pine, pine. And I was like, pine trees? And then there's a pine street off of Vicksburg. I just don't know where it is. Now.
Sure.
Okay, this is Pine Street, spirits. Is he on Pine Street? Is he near Pine Street? Make that go crazy if he's near Pine Street. Something about money. What about the money? Mm. Remember I told you guys the last time did that spirit box, I had to like delete it because they were cussing and they were fighting with someone in the background, and I was like, what the hell's going on? They're starting to do that again, like yelling. I don't know what that's about. Is he at the end of Pine Street?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Well, where is he then? There's a dead end. This goes to a dead end. Okay, they're making that thing go off. Is he here? Look, this looks like an addition. Yeah? Is he in this area?
Like thought.
You hear that voice? Sounds like a teenage boy, doesn't it? Is Sebastian out in these woods? Is Sebastian out in the woods? Is Sebastian in a house? Is Sebastian in an apartment?
Arrival to
I'm going to start moving this again. Can you make... Is he in this area over here? Where I'm pointing at? I think he's over there. I think he's in this area over here. I don't know. I mean, he could be, but if anyone knows anyone in from Camden, or if there's any... I mean, he could have run away that night and somebody could have kidnapped him. Somebody could have picked him up and taken him to some house in the middle of freaking nowhere. You know, I mean, that is a possibility. And would you blame Sebastian if he decided to run away? I mean, I wouldn't blame the kid. Or that there's so much drama between these parents that one of the parents decided to hide him. Because there's just so much drama. I do have Chris in the 7th house at the restaurant, which makes him, you know, the tension is with Chris. There's tension with Chris. So is he in this area that we're looking at? On the... The old Liberty. The old Liberty. So an hour later, Chris is down into the house of health and of service to others. And while they're eating at the restaurant, Chris's asteroid is in the open enemy and relationships and things like that. You know, this house is like contracts, your relationships. I really think there's a lot of tension between Chris and Katie. Something was building up, and that moon, that full moon was the release of it. Whatever was happening the day before they went out to dinner and did all that stuff, there was that full moon, and that is a release of something where something was planned. It's in because it's in Virgo. That moon was in Virgo. Hi, sweetie. All right. My daughter needs me. I gotta go. He wanted Sebastian to go live with Seth. Oh, live with Seth. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to know who she was texting at the table too, Blue-Eyed Mama. Yeah, and I'm just kind of like over it. I'm over it. I'm really over the drama between these parents. I want to find Sebastian. I just want him to be found. I don't want to focus on the parents really. I want to find Sebastian, and because the parents, so much drama.
Got ID.
He got ID from who?
Singing.
Is Sebastian hiding from his parents? Is Sebastian hiding from his parents? This could pull a tarot card.
At the weekend.
At an away camp? You see him. He went to an away camp and you see him. What do you mean by that, spirits? Did they send him away? Did one of the parents send him away, allegedly? Allegedly. Which parent sent him away? Did a parent decide to send him away? If so, which parent? I mean, with just Seth being here and, mental health and next to Juno, that is something secret about a relationship. Something secret about a relationship.
Last year.
Juno is bringing secrets. And it's in the sign of Virgo, so it's critical, it's analytical, but it's in the house that's hidden, which is kind of weird. I'm not saying Seth is guilty. I'm not saying Seth did anything. I'm just saying that it's really weird. What the hell? Who was around Sebastian at 10 p.m. when she heard the thud? That's when Algol is like really active in Sebastian's chart. Did Sebastian run away? Bless you, honey. Did Sebastian run away? See, I'll pull up the 10 p.m. chart. So the next day is the 26th at 10 p.m. They're like playing church music. Why are you guys playing church music? Is Sebastian with a camp that's like a church? Like a religious, spiritual church? Is he at a spiritual retreat kind of thing? See, this is when Algol and this is when Sebastian is with the open enemy right here, and with Algol. The power of fortune is here too, so that means this has to do with relationships, and that Sebastian is looked at as a value or a possession at this point at 10 p.m. The mother is with other people's children, which makes me wonder about Chris's daughter. Like she's more concerned with other people's children. Was this because of Sebastian's sister? It's at the 6th degree, so that's health. Again, a wound that never heals is opposed DNA. Doesn't look good, man. I don't know. It looks pretty grim. There's times I look at this and it looks really grim, but then when you talk to the spirits, it seems like he was sent away when you talk to the spirits. But I just don't know if he was sent away. Was he? They keep saying liberty. Okay. Did Sebastian Rogers run away? Still trying to pull a card. Did Sebastian Rogers run away? Did Sebastian Rogers run away because of all this crazy relationship with the parents? Did Sebastian Rogers run away? Liberty what, spirits? They keep saying Liberty Radio. It's the mother. This has to do with a mother. Did Katie send him away? Allegedly, did Katie send him away to a religious camp? Did Katie send him away to a religious camp? I mean, look at this opposition here, guys. You see, this is at 10 p.m. It's crazy when it does that because it's like there's nothing there. There's nobody over there. This North Node. He's traveling. There's an impulsive decision and he's traveling. There's like a impulse, like at 10 p.m. At 10 p.m., he's like, somebody makes a decision that messes up his everyday routines and it's impulsive. It's someone takes action and it is impulsive. It is out of like, and it's opposed DNA. So a wound that never heals, opposed DNA. Can you guys see that? Like, fuck. Opposed his body. A wound that never heals is opposed his physical body, DNA, and the moon rules is also second co-ruler of a person. It also can be the mother. Other people's children. Was Katie concerned about her stepdaughter and Sebastian? Spirits. Because there's opposition between Chris and the moon. I see it. It's like, wow. It's like a bullet. Yes, she was. Did she make example? Did she make a choice, an impulsive decision that she regrets? Did Katie make a bad decision and now she regrets it? Allegedly. By 10 p.m., I got 2 degrees, which rules looking at somebody as value, looking at someone as a possession, and at the 7th degree, which means that there's a relationship issue here.
Cool.
There's something with a relationship.
Validity.
Katie is hugging the MC line
Wow.
right here, 10 degrees. She's being authoritative. She's trying to control the situation at 10 p.m. At midnight, a report. What about the report? The report that they gave the police? Are Katie and Chris telling the truth, spirits, allegedly? Are they telling the truth about what happened to Sebastian that night? Are they telling the truth? Pretty much. Are they leaving things out? Something about Wayne. The time that they got back? So is there something that's missing? Is something missing out of Katie and Chris's story? Yeah. What's missing? What are they leaving out? I think there's something with the communication in the car. Like something up with her cell phone. Is that why they're showing up in electronics at the something is something going to come out about Katie's cell phone and her car not matching? They said that before. Spirit said that her cell phone says where she was at, but her car is going to say someplace different or something. Is that true?
Liberty.
Okay, at like a couple minutes before midnight, Sebastian is still in the seventh house, meaning that he's with the open enemy. Algol is starting to separate a little bit. Sebastian is Vesta is at a kill or be killed degree, and Par Fortune is at 23 degrees, which is an Aquarius degree. So it's communication, travel. There's got to be some type of technology here at right before midnight.
Trigger.
He might be actually in a vehicle at this point. He was fighting who? He said he was fighting them. Who was he fighting? Who was he fighting? About what? I got Chris at the end of the matter right before midnight. I have Mercury hugging this IC line of opinions. What about they were arguing? Whoa, holy shit! They were arguing about an opinion. Whose opinion? Oh my god! That means they're like holding it, guys. Yes.
Radio. This is problem.
This is the problem.
Nothing.
So Sebastian had an opinion, and they were arguing over an opinion. Who was arguing? Who was arguing? Still have this huge opposition between Chris and the moon, which is some type of emotional something. And Chris is at the end of the matter here.
Feel free.
So these two planets right here would represent Sebastian right before midnight. It's being ruled by Scorpio. So that's Mars and Pluto. You can look at both of them to represent Sebastian, and he's in the house of travel. So he's moving, right? He called him an asshole. Who did? Who called him an asshole? Allegedly. You're saying somebody called Sebastian an asshole. Who said that? Were they yelling? See, this is when they start. Last time I did the spirit box, they were like cussing, like they were acting out a physical, actual fight, and it got like got violent. Whoever, if there was a fight
Feel.
in a field, did Sebastian get into a fight? A fist fight? Did he have a fist fight in the car?
Figure out.
So if this is Sebastian here traveling in the local neighborhood in neighboring towns next to his neighborhood or in a vehicle traveling, he's moving. He is got a square to Jupiter and Uranus. They beat him up. Who did?
From it,
Who beat him up?
Vida.
Did somebody beat him up, you said?
Problem.
What the hell? Oh my goodness. I keep saying something about a prophet. I'm curious if he had a video, if he played a video game, if somebody by the name on his video games was named Prophet.
Hero. Systematic. Of the book.
What about the book? What book?
Radio limit.
Now we have DNA with the moon in relationships and other people's children, and the South Node is there. So this is something in the past with relationships. Let's look at February 25th at right before midnight. So this is like after he's reported missing, and he's traveling after he's reported missing. He looks like he's in a vehicle. He's moving. They keep playing that church music. It's weird. Is there a church involved in Sebastian's disappearance? So still have that kite formation. This is at 11:45 after the restaurant that night. This is authoritative. Seth is probably at work because this is him at work that night. Still's got something on his mind about a relationship.
Right.
He's really hugging Juno. So I mean, he's got stress with this his relationship, his marriage. Algol
Feel
is
free.
Algol is hugging that DC line, and that's just terrible. That's the evil demon star, and it's right next to Sebastian, right here. It's not good. Par of fortune, 11th degree. That's something shocking in the community, and he would be with them. He's still traveling.
6 months.
Or he's walking around his neighborhood, or he's traveling. 11:45 p.m. This is after Katie hears the thump. He's in his neighborhood, or next to his neighborhood, or a nearby town. But he's definitely traveling.
Found
And it's a secret.
heavily
When will he be found, spirits? When will we find him? Not?
una grieta. 3:11.
Third degree here. It also rules neighborhoods. This is on the 25th at 11:45 p.m.
And seething.
Something bad happens here, I feel like, with that alcohol there. 23 degrees is a shocking, unexpected, shocking event in his community.
Feel free.
He's looked at as a possession.
In writing.
So our open enemy is Venus. And look, see, this is, okay. Our open enemy is Venus at 11th degree. It's in the community. Okay. And it's in Aquarius, which rules the 11th degree. And right here is what's ruling our victim. They're all in the same house. They're all in the neighborhood. They're together. They're all here together. 3rd degree is in the neighborhood. He's got to be in his, he's got to be around his neighborhood or next to his neighborhood at 11:45. I'd really like to know. Something with communication.
This is
They're all together. The fact that Mars, which is the ancient planet of Scorpio, is at 1 degree apart from Venus. Venus can also be a woman, okay? It's significant. That's significant. Affecting his health and his everyday routines in a big way. And it's the 10th degree is like an authority degree. And he's showing up at the 10th degree, and Mars is at the 10th degree, and Jupiter is at the 10th degree. That is like discipline in someone, or trying to have authority. And it affects their routines, and it affects their everyday their health. And Algol's closing in on that DC is fucking scary, man. It's not, you don't want to see Algol like that. A fight? Who was he fighting, Walter? Who did he have a fight with? Is he at the Camden landfill? Is he in a landfill? The Camden landfill. Thank you, Krista, for the floating heart.
At a room.
Out of his room, something. Did he have a fight in his bedroom? Is that what the thump was?
Police shoot.
Something about police. Something about his shoes. Yeah, he was evidently he didn't have shoes on evidently, but he probably did have shoes, I think. But Pisces is at the end of the matter here, and that's feet. Where is Sebastian? Where can we... Something about court. It was all going to come out. Something in court. Yes, there was a court. There was a court going on with. There was court going on with Chris and his daughter, which with that north and south node, guys. Let me tell you, this north and south node. The south node is legal battles. Legal battles. Other people's children. Legal battles in the past. Did Sebastian leave because of his little sister, allegedly? Did Sebastian leave because of his little sister, allegedly? Did Sebastian leave because of his little sister? Because of the upcoming court date. It is written. Where is it written? Did Sebastian leave because of court with his little sister? Yes, this is someone that's leaving. And Aquarius and Mercury is moving on. He's going to calmer waters. Was Sebastian sent away? Susie Q wants to know if he's in a graveyard. Is he in a something about the mom and dad? Did you hear that? He just said, "Yep, the mom and dad." Which mom and dad? Can you give us the names of the mom and dads? Here and Seth again, and I don't know why. I don't know why they keep saying that. That's all alleged. Balance. He was trying to balance everything. Money in reverse. So some dark energy with money. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to go because we've been on here really long. And my daughter wants me to, we got to start cooking dinner. All right, spirits, thank you so much for helping us today, spirits. We love you very much. Remember, everything that was said on here is all alleged. The day that, just remember, the day that he is reported missing is on the 26th, which is a Monday. And that has to do with the moon, which is family, which is mother. So his disappearance is going to be solely focused on his family, okay? Monday is family. It's ruled by the moon, okay? So just remember there'll be themes of family connected to his disappearance. All right, everyone, blessed be. Continue to pray for Sebastian. I really hope that his family's not involved, so can continue to pray for his family, that, you know, that they will get justice and they will get peace. I really hope they're not involved. It's just weird things that we keep getting. So, hey, little bit. Much love, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone. Keep praying for Sebastian.